Getting jacked will not fix your life. It might get you more attention, it might get you more confidence, but building muscle alone is not gonna fix all of your problems, and I need you to stay with me until the end because I'm gonna explain exactly why that is the case. Now, I'm sure that coming from me, who has the bigger shoulders and traps and stuff, and who's, knocking on the door of turning pro in classic physique, pretty ironic coming from me, right? Well, let me explain why I'm saying this, because this is something I used to think, right? And I think this is what a lot of men think typically. It's that if they just simply get jacked, then suddenly everything in their life will change. They'll get confident, they'll attract more women, they will attract more success, and everything they want will just magically change if they build, big biceps and delts and a chest and everything. And now listen, let me explain something to you. A lot of things will change for you, okay? Getting jacked is not preventing you or will not prevent you from getting where you want in your life. I just want to be clear about that. The problem is that if you think getting jacked is the solution to the underlying problems that you most likely have, like a weak mindset, not being emotionally indifferent, not having emotional strength within yourself. These are bigger problems than just what's on the surface of your life, right? The problem is I find most guys, it's not just about getting jacked. They think if they get jacked, if they get a lot of money, if they drive a nice car, if they have the external metrics of success and status, that alone will fix all of their problems in life. You can get very far by being jacked, by having money, by having a nice car, these external markers of success. But the problem is, when you get down to it, when people get close to you, if you are weak internally, if you've not mastered yourself, if you don't have the ability to have emotional sovereignty, then this is where it becomes problematic. And actually that being jacked in and of itself is not gonna solve these problems because you might be externally strong, but internally you're weak. And this is really where the problem lies. So often you will hear people talk about checking boxes, right? Like women will talk about men and say, he checks this box and that box and so forth. Like one of those might be height, right? One of them might be muscle. One of them might be, you're put together well, you have a good clean haircut, you have a nice car, you have money, you have direction, you have a mission, you have a strong internal framework, okay? Now, the key as a man is that you want to check as many of these boxes as you can. Not for women, for yourself. And here's the reason for that. The more that you develop strength, both internally and externally, being that you are internally mastering yourself and externally you're developing strength in your physique, that is where you're gonna find the success that you want in life. That's where you're gonna start attracting in the opportunities you want from women, from job opportunities, from business partnerships, from all the things that you want in life. They start with you yourself, okay? So most guys get this completely backwards. They think that developing confidence requires them to have the external before they have the internal. Confidence is something you built internally yourself, that you build internally to yourself, excuse me. So when you think about it, if you are waiting on the external world to show you that you should be confident, this is a very bad spot to put yourself in. And here's why. If you need a nice car, great physique, a lot of money, a hot girlfriend, or many women that you're sleeping with to make you feel confident and make you feel like a man and make you truly in your masculine essence, this is a problem. And the reason this is because you are reliant on external markers of validation and success to make you feel internally complete. Now, women, as this pertains to them, they are wired to snuff this out, okay? A woman's greatest thing she's looking for in you is actually not physical strength, okay? Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated because she is gonna be drawn to you for the external factors like, being tall or being jacked or whatever. And you know what? If you're not tall, it doesn't matter. I see guys that are shorter all the time do well with women, okay? But this is the point that I'm trying to make is that she's going to be looking for these external markers of, attraction, okay? And having muscle definitely will draw her in, okay? Having a nice car can draw her in. Having money can draw her in. But this is the problem. If she gets close to you and she sees that you're weak internally, this is actually worse than if you were a skinny dude or you had no muscle or you were out of shape externally and then internally you were weak. And here's why. Because what you're showing by being strong on the outside and having external markers of success and value, but internally lacking them, you're actually signaling incongruence, okay? So what you need to do is to develop the internal framework of strength and mastery as well as external. This is why just simply getting jacked will not solve these problems you're having, okay? Because you're looking for the external realm of yourself to validate the internal. It needs to be the other way around. You need to give yourself the permission to feel confident, to have self-mastery, to master your emotional state so that the external world will respond to you in kind. So if you can do this, you will be a powerful man. So if you can understand that if you internally develop the strength, the emotional indifference, the ability to have and be grounded in yourself, then you can develop a strong jacked physique on top of that. This is where you're gonna be highly attractive. And I'm not just talking to women, I'm talking to opportunities that come into your life. Trust me when I tell you, I see it all the time. I am around a lot of guys that have a lot of muscle, but internally they are a bag of mashed potatoes, okay? And the thing is, I see this constantly. And you'll see this very clearly. Women will be drawn to them and they will come into their lives, but they don't last very long. And you wonder, like, why is this guy not able to retain women? Well, because he can attract them in because he does have those external markers of success and status. But then the problem is that once they get inside his world, they enter his frame, or maybe he's entering theirs, which is a whole different problem, that they're seeing how internally weak he is. And now women definitely want physical exterior strength for sure. I mean, that shows that you are, good bet for genetic material for her offspring. You can protect her, the offspring, right? But if emotionally you're weak, that is worse than being physically weak, okay? So you have to understand this, that just by developing this strong exterior, it will not fix the interior. So you have to, number one, develop the strength externally and internally. And this is only gonna happen when you start to master your emotions, you develop a purpose and a mission for your life, you work towards that, and you're not thrown off that mission or that purpose in life by anything exterior. So I will see you guys in that next video. If you took something away from this video, please give it a like. Please drop a comment below about what you're currently struggling with in life. Let me know what you wanna see next, and I will see you guys in that next video.